Alright, hello y'all. So happy Halloween! Yeah! Alright, so I wanted to talk about the film I just released. I don't know when this video is releasing, but I just wanted to make a video of me like explaining some ideas about the film I just made. And yeah, because I have plenty of I brainstormed plenty of ideas, but I'm not super sure it's conveyed the exact way I wanted it to. And I thought, what better way to do that than to just, react to the actual film while talking about the ideas. I'm not sure I put it all into the film, so I wanted to make this video to explain stuff a bit more about the process and about the film itself, about the story and stuff like that. If you haven't watched yet, please watch it first. This is gonna be very spoilery, so yeah, we don't want that. If you want too long, did not watch, this movie is basically about a character going through grief from losing someone from, a death. That's basically the whole idea of the whole film, and it just takes a long time to reveal that. It's mostly towards the end. Somehow I came up with a crazy idea of just combining this psychological journey with building a Gundam. But yeah, that's the too long did not watch. Yeah, this film is about grief, loss, depression, psychosis, delusions. But overall, it's still very much a horror film at its core. And yeah. Alright, let's go open up the video here. Alright, right off the bat, we have the warning over here. I wasn't gonna really put it. It kind of ruins the surprise of the film, but my parent asked me to put a warning just in case, because it can get a little what the fuck. I keep laughing because it's supposed to be just me building a Gundam, but I made a little twist to it. But yeah, I just put a warning here just in case. Yeah, not for kids, y'all. Alright, so let's just talk about it right away. Where the hell did I get the idea for this film? Basically, I got the idea from the start of the film. I was like, I'm kind of funny here, but also in a kind of creepy way. I thought I was kind of being creepy here. This was actually me not acting. This was me just messing around, making a random video about the next Gundam I'll build. But I was editing this scene and I was like, wait a minute, it's kind of, what if I make a scary film out of this? It's kind of creepy sounding. That's basically where I got the idea. But also, as the process of making the film goes, multiple inspirations popped out while making the film, especially towards the main actual story of the film. Because yeah, in basic point, this was really just supposed to be a normal Gundam build video. This was like 2 months ago, so I was just making Gundam build videos. This was just gonna be a stupid usual video, but again, this is me in manic mode and it's kind of creepy. And that's basically what jump started it all. Like, I was really manic here. I was lacking sleep. I was just laughing at everything. I was basically high. No, I wasn't high, but you know what I mean, manic. And that's a point in this film. It's about mental illness, and yeah, if you know me, I have bipolar, and I don't really want to get into that, but yeah, it's one big element to why I thought of this film, because I kind of know such experiences as a person with this kind of mental illness. So yeah, maybe I'm being manic right now. I don't know. I just want to talk about this film, man. I've been keeping it secret for 2 months, and yeah, I wanted to talk about this for a while now, but it took so long to finally finish it, because yeah, it's either I was busy with other stuff, or I was like not liking what I was writing, so I procrastinated and brainstormed more. You know how it goes. I think writers get that feeling. I'm not a writer, but I think writers get that feeling where you don't like what you write, so you're like, let's just continue this next time, and then it goes on and on until you actually make something that you like. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is one of the first things I seriously tried to make. Like, of course, they're still like messing around while making this. That won't disappear with me making things. Look at my hand. Look at my feet. Yeah, see, just really just messing around here. Hey, what was I on, dude? Oh yeah, minions, because the minions are a meme among my friends. I don't know why, but we just find the minions so dumb and so funny. So I was like, let's do a minions jump scare. I don't know. Like I said, what was I on, dude? That was a legit reaction. Like, what the fuck? There's so many runners. I mean, this is my first perfect grade. I've never built a perfect grade before. This is my only perfect grade kit. And oh yeah, I think the VCR type video, home video vibe to it adds to the creepiness factor, right? It's like, I don't know, it's just something, there's something weird about this, like, like edit I made for the first scene. Please subscribe and... Yeah, I just decided to, you know, cut it there, put the title with no music, because the original edit had music. It had classical music, and I was gonna make it a chaotic video. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, this is kind of creepy. Especially that transition over there. And sometimes I kind of find ASMR creepy. That's just my personal take. But I wasn't willing to make a whole ASMR video. I don't know, I'm too lazy to do that, so half of it is a time lapse. I wasn't willing to edit that far. I'm a lazy person. But save for like 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝙇 or, you know, the other people that make Gundam ASMR videos. Those are the videos I don't find creepy. Those are the videos I like. There's just that one portion of ASMR content that's like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, it's just my personal take. I have no problem with people doing ASMR content. I think it's cool. I just find it weird sometimes. Alright? Oh, you know what I find the weirdest like ASMR thing? It's those people that make unboxing videos with like gloves. And why do you caress like the boxes so weirdly? Like why do you have to like caress the boxes in a weird sexual way? You know what I mean? I find that so weird. Maybe that's just me being weird. I don't know. But yeah, the horror starts right away. I mean, I was building it up, but why do we need to wait for it to start being even more creepy? Let's just make it already weird from the get-go, right? Going back to that topic of the other people, imagine that happening. You expect a normal video, ASMR video from them, but then that shit happens. But yeah, as you can see here, I tried to do the ASMR 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝙇 type first, but yeah, I got lazy. Oh yeah, wait, let's go back. Here. So, you can hear that in the background. There's someone literally just singing the ABCs. Just a kid singing the ABCs, because, you know, that's usually creepy. A kid singing a kid song and has weird effects in it. And you're alone in the house. Okay, this is editing 𝙊𝙾𝙄𝘼 over here. I don't know why, but I forgot to say the actual reason. But I chose that song because the sprues, or the runners of the kit, are actually organized through a letter system. So that's pretty much straightforward why I chose the ABCs, you know? Also, you know, with the idea of going insane, I chose to play it there because he's going insane with the amount of runners. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't know why I forgot that fact while talking earlier. It's 2 a.m. now. Oh yeah, that's actually a great segue to my next point. The story of this video was initially It was basically about this murderer, serial killer, and you know, just a messed up dude. And you'd think he was a normal guy from this video starting off, right? But then it's revealed that he's like killed a lot of people, and his house is just haunted with the souls of the people he's killed. That's kind of cliche, but talking about it now, it seems kind of cool of an idea. But overall, I was like, I don't know. I wanted it to be more of a psychological type, like Silent Hill, because you know Silent Hill's a big inspiration to this film. I don't know, a lot of people like it, and it's a psychological horror, so I was like, let's lean more into the psychological thing and less on the murder kill slasher horror film type of story. So yeah, I wanted to make it more on the mind, you know, because I personally relate with that, and not so much the murdering, you know. Who knows? I'm just kidding. That was the initial story of the film. But I've read a comic kind of like that. You know the guy who made Invader Zim, Jonan Vasquez? He made a comic kind of like that. It was about this dude named Johnny, and he was like, I mean, it's in the title. He was a homicidal maniac, so he like, goes on murdering random people, and he's kind of haunted in his own home. There's this monster in his own home, and it's trying to get out, so the only way to keep that monster in is by murdering people. And so yeah, that's kind of where the idea flowed in my mind. But yeah, I was just like, this kind of just a cheap copy of that comic. So yeah, I like Jonan Vasquez. He makes cool stuff. But yeah, even him, he says it's normal to be angry and stuff like that. Yeah, everyone has dark thoughts. All that matters is you keep it in your thoughts, you know? It's edgy, right? But I like his idea. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's actually his idea, but that's what I got out of it. But yeah, I'm probably rambling on and on about that. Let's just move on. Okay, so before we move on, communicate more on those edgy ideas, because I feel like I didn't really explain it properly earlier, and I just kind of talked out of my manic ass. And I feel like it makes me look like sort of like I'm relating to these characters unironically. And while I relate a small portion, I still know the fine line of things, you know? And it's like, no, I don't 100% relate to like people who murder. I think that comic is supposed to be kind of a self-aware commentary on like goth culture during that time. That was like a 90s comic or something like that. But I know it's still an unnecessarily dark and edgy teen type of content, and I think even Jonan has some things he regrets writing about in there now that, you know, he's older and wiser. I remember reading that and being disturbed quite a bit, but at the same time, it still kind of fascinated me, and it still kind of fascinates me to this day, so yeah. Personally though, I think you need a certain balance with these things. I do relate with the dark, nihilistic thoughts and liking things of the macabre and stuff like that, you know, edgy, but you know, I'm aware enough to keep it some sort of a form of like expression or content, and not necessarily like a thing I condone in real life. You know, like messed up violent things in real life upset me. For me and probably a lot of people, I like to express these dark thoughts in creative things instead. You know, I think it's the better way of expressing negative things in your mind instead of letting yourself actually be a terrible human and potentially committing something not great, you know? So yeah, sorry about this kind of a lengthy rant about dark things and stuff like that. I just wanted to make that clear, I guess. But yeah, it's one, you see, like I have so much ideas, so much like inspirations I got from the content I consumed, right? And I don't, it's not just all edgy content, okay? I don't know, I'm like those people who likes crime documentaries. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, okay? Alright, so I'm back. I had to take a break earlier because I had to do some stuff. that we're back reacting to my film. And hopefully I'm more level-headed this time because, you know, it's late and my mind is more relaxed and I'm less manic. Going back to the film. Okay, so this was more leaning into the initial story of like what I said earlier about this character having sort of skeletons in the closet, like literally. But no, I canceled that idea for the final idea of the movie, which is basically it was all like a weird nightmare. Sometimes it's just random things happening in dreams, right? It doesn't really have to make sense. So I leaned more into the idea of not making sense as I was making the film. So yeah. Like, why was the character breathing like that? What? Are you okay, bro? Yeah, here's where the time lapse starts. And I actually really like the ink spots. I found them mostly through how people find them. I found out about them through Fallout. And if you know Fallout, you know, it's about this desolate post-war, post-apocalypse setting. It's a nice contrast for like, oh, there's something bad happening, but why is the music kind of cheerful? You know, I've always liked that idea. Also, I specifically like paused the music for it to be more creepy. It's like, what the? Why did the music just stop like that? It makes you wonder what the hell is happening in this video, dude. I personally get startled really easily. Sounds can shock me really easily if there's a jump scare. I admittedly don't watch the film. I don't know. I think it's just part of the horror trope. You know, it's like, oh crap, what's gonna happen next? And then it comes at you, you know? It's just a usual thing. That's the nice thing about the Silent Hill games. There's not much jump scares, so you're always on edge. I wish I could have kept that more in line, but I didn't really know how to scare people more without a jump scare. And this is my like first horror film, so yeah. Just whispers. Just to say he's not all there, you know? There's something wrong with this guy. But yeah, again, the first part of this movie is still leaning into that idea of this guy being insane. Oh, fuck. That was actually real. That was me stretching. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm so tired. Obviously, I just added in the whispering. So it seems like, oh crap, it's here again. The voices are back. That sound always creeps me out, dude. The knocking. That's not a knock from my actual room. I just added that knock in post. That sound always creeps me out because it's so real. It's like, it's mixed really well, where it's like, it sounds like it's coming from your room. It's crazy. I forgot to credit that, actually. Oops. Oh well, can you copyright like knocking sounds? Oh shit. Okay, I want to talk about this one because that's actually me breaking something that was not for the film. I actually broke a part of the build. So dumb. And I decided to, you know, make it part of the film. Why not? It kind of fits. I actually was really bummed out about it. It took like an hour of me trying to super glue it back. So I was getting mad too. I was actually getting mad for real. And yeah, I was disappointed because, you know, perfect grade. It should be perfect. This was like the start of a build and I already broke something, so I was pretty annoyed about that. Kind of plays well into the film, right? It's like, you know, he's like really angry. He's getting more angry and more insane as each second passes. Yeah, that's a real reaction. Okay. Oh yeah, if you notice the music pitch went lower, it's just to make it more creepy. That's basically the idea. I just randomly pitched down the song. I didn't know what music to use first, but I don't remember actually. Was I planning on just not using music at all? Probably. That was probably one of my initial ideas, but I don't know, I felt like it was too boring. And then it's just the pitch just gets slower and lower. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're falling down, you're going on a descent to, you know, either insanity or depression. Every detail of this film has meaning. I'm just kidding, not really. And this part, I was still at the point where I was like, are my hands doing the acting properly? Is it conveying the idea properly? I was unsure, but anyway, I kept it in and just distorted it to be less cringe. I don't know. Oh yeah, I also use like the vacuum cleaner I have. It's like, you know that thing in Silent Hill where when he goes to the darkness or the other world, there's a siren. So that's kind of the idea I have with the vacuum. It's like each time I use the vacuum, it goes further and further down, you know? And it's supposed to be an ASMR video, but I recorded a freaking vacuum. How is that ASMR? How is that calming? Yeah. Yeah, again, in this part, I was still really pretty much trying to act with my hands because I was still forming the whole idea. So yeah, I was trying to act insane. Or at least like really aggressive like that. It's like, why is he so aggressive? And then just a little scary laugh. Oh yeah, I made all those sounds in Ableton Live with my own vocals. I just really messed up all my vocals a lot, and it was fun. And it was also scary hearing those voices. It was like, oh my god, this is actually really terrifying. I remember editing like in the middle of the day, and I was like, why am I doing this?